Hey everyone, and welcome back to Health Stream, where we take deep dives into all those fascinating health and wellness topics you want to know more about. If you're loving these deep dives, hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you won't miss a single episode. So get this, we're going deep into the world of saunas today. But I'm not just talking about, melting away stress. We're going way beyond relaxation to uncover the surprising health benefits hiding in that hot little room. You know that feeling after a hot yoga class when you're totally drained like you just ran a marathon? That's the kind of energy we're tapping into today. To help us connect the dots between heat and health, I've got an expert with us today, someone who can explain how something as simple as sitting in a hot room can actually do wonders for your body. Ready to get started?
Absolutely. I'm excited to delve into this with you.
So I've always wondered, could that feeling of exhaustion after hot yoga actually mean that heat itself is a form of exercise?
That's a really interesting question, and there's actually some research to suggest that there might be some truth to that idea. Studies have shown that regular sauna use can actually mimic the cardiovascular effects of moderate physical activity. So think increased heart rate, improved blood flow, and even potential benefits for blood pressure.
Wait, are you saying that just chilling in a sauna could be as good for my heart as going for a run?
Well, that's what the research is suggesting.
That's a game changer,
Yeah.
especially for people who maybe find traditional exercise challenging or, impossible for them.
Absolutely. Think about the possibilities for individuals with mobility limitations or chronic conditions that make exercise difficult.
This is huge.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking about anyone I know who maybe struggles with, limited mobility or just finding it hard to stick to a workout routine. This could be life-changing for them.
Right.
It really makes you think differently about how we approach fitness.
It really does. Now let's take this a step further and go down to the cellular level. Let's talk about these incredible things called heat shock proteins.
Heat shock proteins. Okay, they ring a bell. Don't they have something to do to cellular repair?
Exactly. Imagine them as your cell's personal repair crew. When you expose your body to heat stress like you do in a sauna, these proteins are activated. And they rush in to mend damaged proteins, they protect healthy cells, and they basically just improve how our cells function overall.
Now, remember reading something about a connection between heat shock proteins and muscle health, specifically something about muscle atrophy, which is something a lot of people worry about as they age. Is there a link there?
You're spot on. There's a really fascinating study where they used localized heat treatment on an immobilized limb, and it actually significantly reduced muscle loss.
Wow, so heat can actually prevent muscles from wasting away.
That's what the research is showing.
That's amazing. I know I get kind of geeky about these studies, but it's just so cool to see scientific evidence backing up these ancient practices. It's like validation for something we've instinctively known all along.
I totally get that excitement. These are the moments of discovery that really fuel scientific exploration. And remember, research is a journey. It often starts with animal studies to understand the mechanisms at play, and then it moves on to human trials to confirm those findings. Each step builds upon the last one, creating a growing body of knowledge.
And speaking of adding to our knowledge, let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. If saunas can mimic those cardiovascular benefits of exercise, what does that mean for our overall health and lifespan?
Now that is where things get really interesting. Research has shown that frequent sauna use, we're talking about 4 to 7 times a week, is associated with a 40% lower risk of all-cause mortality.
Oh, 40%, that's huge.
That means a lower risk of dying from any cause.
Wow. So for every 100 people who might have faced a health issue, regular sauna use could protect 40 of them. Now, what about specific conditions?
Well, the findings for cardiovascular mortality are even more impressive. Frequent sauna users have a 50% lower risk of dying from heart-related issues.
Wow, cutting your risk of heart disease in half.
That's the potential.
Those numbers are really remarkable. Now, obviously, this isn't to say that exercise isn't important. Regular physical activity is still absolutely crucial for overall health.
Absolutely, I completely agree.
But saunas seem like they could be a really powerful tool, especially for those who face barriers to traditional exercise.
Exactly.
So it sounds like saunas offer way more than just relaxation. We're talking about benefits that could mimic exercise, protect our muscles, and maybe even help us live longer. Now, before we get too carried away with all this incredible information, let's take a moment to digest what we've learned so far. We'll be right back to uncover even more about the amazing world of saunas. Stay tuned.
It really makes you think differently about wellness, doesn't it?
It really does. Before the break, we were talking about all the ways saunas can benefit our physical health, like our hearts and muscles. But what about our mental health?
Well, the sauna's benefits actually extend far beyond the body. You could almost say it's like a workout for the mind.
A mental workout.
Yeah.
Okay, Now you've got my attention. What exactly is going on in our brains when we're in the sauna?
Think about it. The heat, the quiet, the stillness. It's almost like a forced meditation, a chance to disconnect from all that constant stimulation of the outside world.
Okay.
And research suggests that this can have a really profound impact on our mood, our focus, and even our cognitive function.
So you're saying that a good sweat session in the sauna can actually sharpen our minds, make us more mentally resilient.
Exactly. Studies have linked regular sauna use to a decreased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. And there's also evidence suggesting that saunas can elevate mood and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety.
That's incredible. It's like a natural mood booster and brain protector all rolled into one.
Precisely. And it all ties back to those amazing heat shock proteins we were talking about earlier. Remember how they help repair and protect cells?
Right.
Well, they play a vital role in brain health as well.
So these heat shock proteins aren't just supporting our muscles and cardiovascular system, they're also giving our brains a much-needed tune-up.
You got it. They're like tiny little maintenance workers, tirelessly keeping our bodies and minds in tip-top shape.
Okay, so we've got a workout for the heart, a shield for our muscles, a boost for our brains. What else can this magical heat box do?
Well, let's talk about sleep. If there's one thing that seems to plague our modern lives, it's the constant struggle for a good night's rest.
Tell me about it.
Mhm.
I'm always looking for ways to improve my sleep quality.
Well, you might want to think about adding a sauna session to your pre-sleep routine. And here's why. That rise in body temperature you experience in the sauna is followed by a gradual cool down afterwards. And that cooling process actually signals to your body that it's time for sleep.
Also, it's like we're gently nudging our bodies into a more natural sleep cycle.
Precisely. And studies have shown that sauna use can actually lead to deeper, more restful sleep.
I'm sold. Especially if it means waking up feeling more refreshed and energized.
Hmm.
But with all these incredible benefits, it almost sounds too good to be true. Are there any downsides to sauna use? Anything we should be cautious about?
That's a great question. And while saunas do offer numerous potential benefits, it's important to remember that they're not a cure-all. And like with any health practice, there are some things to keep in mind. For instance, staying hydrated before, during, and after a sauna session is crucial.
Makes sense, but you're sweating a lot, so replenishing those fluids is definitely key.
Absolutely. And it's also really important to listen to your body. Start slowly with shorter sessions at lower temperatures and gradually increase the intensity as you acclimate to the heat.
Start low and go slow.
Exactly. And if you have any underlying health conditions, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before jumping in the sauna. They can provide personalized guidance and let you know about any precautions you might need to take.
It's always best to seek personalized advice from a healthcare professional. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from cardiovascular benefits to that mental boost, and even sleep enhancement. But is there anything else we should know about saunas? Any new research or intriguing areas that scientists are exploring?
Well, there's one area of research that I find particularly exciting, and that's the sauna's potential role in detoxification.
Detoxification. That's a new one. Tell me more.
Well, you know how sweating is one of the main ways our bodies get rid of waste products?
Yeah, it's like our natural built-in cooling and cleansing system.
Exactly. And some researchers believe that the intense sweating you experience in a sauna could actually help speed up the removal of certain toxins from the body.
Fascinating. So it's not just about sweating out water, it's about potentially purging those harmful substances that build up over time.
That's the idea. Now, it's still an area of ongoing research, and more studies are definitely needed to understand the sauna's full detoxification potential. But the early findings are definitely intriguing.
It's definitely something to keep an eye on. It really speaks to the sauna's potential as a holistic health practice. Addressing not just our physical and mental well-being, but maybe even playing a role in cleansing and purifying the body as well.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's about taking that holistic approach to wellness. And the sauna seems to offer a really unique blend of benefits that can support our overall health and vitality.
So where do we go from here? What's the takeaway for our listeners who are probably now eager to experience these amazing benefits for themselves?
Well, I'd say the first step is simple. Just give it a try. Find a sauna in your area, whether it's at a gym, a spa, or even a community center. And remember those tips we talked about. Stay hydrated, listen to your body, start slow, and if you have any concerns, talk to your doctor.
Great advice. And, sometimes the simplest things can have the most profound impact on our lives. Who knows? Maybe that next sauna session will be the start of a transformative journey for you. Now that we've thoroughly explored this amazing world of saunas, let's wrap up our deep dive with some final thoughts. So we spent this entire episode really diving deep into this incredible world of saunas and all the amazing benefits they offer. It's been quite a
It
journey.
really has.
From, the ways that saunas can help our heart health and muscle recovery, to their potential to boost our mental clarity and even enhance our sleep. We even touched on that intriguing possibility of detoxification.
Yeah, there's just so much to explore.
It's mind-blowing to think that something as simple as sitting in a heated room could have such a profound impact on our overall well-being.
It really is.
And it makes you realize that sometimes those ancient practices hold the keys to, some really powerful modern health solutions.
Absolutely.
What I find really appealing about saunas is this holistic approach to wellness.
Yeah.
It's not about just targeting one specific issue. It's about creating this environment that supports the body's natural ability to heal and rejuvenate itself.
Right.
And that message of empowerment, really taking control of your health, resonates so much with our listeners here at HealthStream. Saunas really seem to fit perfectly into that approach.
They do. They're accessible, they're affordable, and they can be easily integrated into your daily routine.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question. Considering all the amazing benefits we've talked about, how might you incorporate sauna use into your own wellness routine? Or maybe share this knowledge with someone you know who could really benefit from it.
That's a great question. Maybe it's something you try out for yourself, or you recommend it to a friend or a family member who's struggling with, sleep or stress or muscle soreness. Or maybe you decide to do a little more research and see how it aligns with your own personal health goals. Whatever you choose, remember that knowledge is power. The more we understand about the tools that are available to us, the better equipped we are to really live healthy and vibrant lives.
Beautifully said. And on that note, we'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey of discovery into the world of saunas. And don't forget to subscribe to HealthStream so you don't miss out on our next deep dive into the fascinating world of health and wellness. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.